5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to YouTube, guys. Welcome to my channel. Hello, Lolas. We're going live. And we are live. If you're not subscribed to this channel, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. And if you're here just for the tea, that's okay too. So, um, we had a little bit of breaking news, and I'm just kind of bringing myself up to speed. So, I wanted to come on and talk about it as it's going to affect the community one way or another. Nobody asked my advice or my opinion or anything, but I'm gonna give it anyway. As you pop in, I'd like for you to say hello, if you would. Hey, Teresa. So, um, ooh, so yeah, I'm gonna give people time enough to get in because they know I'm usually late, so they usually, you know, space their time out when they get here. Um, Now I'm gonna have to start back a little bit as far as I can go to bring some people up to speed because, like me, I think when I started back collecting, it was hello. So we got Yaya Les, Dolls Plot, Vivian Roberts, and Lorraine Lassane. So as um all right, so basically, um I'm not gonna say, let's see, I'm gonna see how I have to do this. So there's a sculptor. Um, so I'm gonna do a little bit of commentary here. So Tina Kewy has allegedly returned as Lucy. What did she say her name is now? I can't keep up with the new name. Um, so Aolani or something like that. So um, let me go back because a lot of people, hey, so all my chatterbox queens is in here. Birdie Babies, Miss Jackie, Bella Blessing, my Bella Blessing. So Nina. So anyway, I'm not gonna stop to call names because I'll get off track. But so Tina Kuick was one of my, when I first came into collecting, was one of my favorite sculptors, believe it or not. And of course, I did not know the history of Tina Kuick other than the fact that she was a great sculptor. I was drawn to her work, and um, so this had to be back in, I think it was like 2012, 2013 when I came into the community. So somewhere in there. And I remember getting ready to purchase a baby. I kept looking at this baby and I was wondering, why won't this baby sell? It was beautiful. And the lady just couldn't sell it. So I just kept watching it. And the price just dropped. And eventually I contacted her and I made an offer. I was like, hey, I'll give you this for this baby. Right. So she was very, very popular. So I was like, um, I'll give you this much for the baby. So I got the baby at a great price. I had no idea why the baby wasn't selling because the painting was amazing. And I just I just didn't get it. So um I had the baby and I seen, other people had, Cooey babies. So I was like, okay. So I was kind of like looking for more Cooey babies and stuff like that. It was only after I went to sell the baby, I was trying to figure out like why people wasn't really selling the baby. I ended up having to trade the baby. Um, but what happened is I stumbled across this. I put a search in on Facebook and I stumbled across this post, and it was like, oh my gosh, it was like all this stuff about all these people that had been allegedly scammed. No, and it's not allegedly. She already admitted she scammed the people, but just for YouTube purposes, I'm gonna say allegedly. Um, so they had people, factories, and people had paid for sculpts for her, and she didn't send. One lady just posted just recently that she have a kit that was sculpted by her that's still missing a foot or a leg or something because she never came through. People lost thousands of dollars, lots of money. It was huge. People were furious, and rightfully so. I mean, they had lost a lot of money. And apparently, like I said, I came into this blindsided and I didn't know. So I was just trying to figure out, like, why does her dolls don't sell like that. And I was like, okay, I figured, maybe buying her kits isn't a good idea. A lot of people would not buy them. Even second market, they still kind of circulated because, like I said, there's this love for her babies because they were really nice. But a lot of people just would not buy them. I don't care how nice, they wouldn't buy them on first market, second market, third market. Well, you couldn't buy them on first market. But anyway, so um, I mean, like, I think still McPherson still um was selling her kits and stuff. Some bought the rights to the kits and stuff. But here's where the gray area for me was. Um, After she disappeared and years had gone by and people were saying she was gone, it was like, um, I was still seeing her kits. Like, so some people were saying they bought the rights, but then there were some people coming out with different names, new artists, and their work just kind of favored, Kewy stuff. And and I and like I said, and so I'm so used to people like seeing her faces out here and being recreated and tweaked, to be honest, till when I actually met the new Lucy, not met, but seen her profile and seen her work. I seen another sculptor had painted her work. I mean, artist had painted her work, and I was like, somebody asked me, like, who is that? I said, oh, another person using Kewy faces. That's what I said, but I had no idea that she was actually supposed to be the real Kewy. Because to be honest, and I don't mean this in a rude way, but I thought she was dead. I was worried that she was dead, and then there was a rumor one time that maybe she went to jail or something. So I was like, I mean, I'm glad that she's alive. But so basically, here's how what's unfolding right now. This lady been gone for years. So when I say years, like, picture it, Sicily, 2013, people was hashing it out about their stuff. She's been gone all this time, not giving people money, response, just fell off. This new character that she's created has been around for a little while, I think. Um, Now, this is all hearsay. According to Trueborn's post, it appears that people were starting to feel like have a sense that her work looked too much like Kewy, and they start figuring her out. And as they start figuring her out, and then she got caught on it, she made a YouTube video. She made an apology and basically was saying that she was in an abusive relationship and she was, she had to go hiding because she was trying to save her life, da 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 da. Apparently, this is like stories or things that, and I'm not saying that they're true or not because it could be some truth. Usually there's some truth to every lie. Um, so it could be part of the real story or reason. But here's my take. She made a video. She said that, you know, she want to do the right thing, and that she changed her name legally. She changed her name, and I have no problem with her changing her name, especially if she was running from someone that was trying to harm her. But here's where I get a little confused. Not confused, but my opinion. So she said, she changed her name and she came back into the community because she missed it, and she wanted to get back into it. Okay. I was listening to her video and I'm like, whoa, that was a lot to go through. But I was kind of looking sideways at the video even before I started following up with the other posts and posts that she had made. So she had this post about her daughter and her daughter-in-law dying, and her raising her twins, her two children or something, not twins. I don't know if it was twins, two children. And apparently that was a lie. Um, that was a lie. Like, here's my thing. I know of people that have came back with other nursery names and stuff like that. Um, I'll talk on that on a second. I'm not opposed all the time for not giving second chances, but here's where I can't give my hard-earned money to support it is when you come back with the same behaviors. Because how she came back and say, hey guys, you know, I'm back. I'm sorry. This is what happened. And she'd have came back with that video first off. This is where I've been. Da 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 da. I want to do what I can do to make it right. Um, you know, that, that would have been like some type of accountability. But the whole fact that you come back with this whole nother sob story, this happened to you, that happened to you. And not only that, here's the key part, because she's not the only one that has come back recently that have scammed thousands of people that have not came and addressed the issue to the community. um there's others that have done, artists that's out here. Colorful Creation came back, and she's what is her name, um something Newbies, I forgot what her name is. Anyway, but here's the thing. She never mentioned about trying to pay back anybody, or maybe even sculpt a kit and say, hey, in good faith, I'm gonna sculpt this kit, you can produce it and make all the money you want to make off of it. I don't know what the people would have wanted from her, but surely they did not want her to come back, make up other sob stories, have people feeling sorry for her, pretending to be a newbie at sculpting, take building false friendships. And if you go down her timeline, for a person that's trying to do right, I'm looking at people saying, it's been it's been 5 months I've been waiting for my kit and I still haven't gotten it. It's been other people saying that they haven't got their stuff. But here's the funny part that I have to go here, because I think this is the nature of the community, where people with the same like-minded attitudes stick together and band together, right? So you remember back a couple while back when we did the whole Bonnie Brown debacle, where um the lady admitted that she used Bonnie's, what was it? Was it the hands, the legs, something she used? She decided to use off of her, copy her sculpt, and she admitted it after she got caught on it, and she confessed and blah blah blah. Well, there she was in the comment section defending her, saying, yeah, it took me a while, but I got my kit from her. And she's, everybody deserves a second chance. Yeah, you would say that, you know, after you done have been caught and admitted that you stole, that you stole people's stuff. So I'm like, yeah, you don't have no credibility. You should have just sat this one out, ma'am. Look, listen, can we not let you in? You don't have nothing to say. Now, what I was gonna say about the whole, the community is like, oh, listen, I'm telling you, some people are excited. Let me tell you, these people that's been bootlegging her kids, they are excited. They're like, thank you, thank you. She is back. We can get some more bootlegs. We can get some sculpts for the free, on the low, because she needs money. Obviously, that's why she came back. And She ain't miss sculpting because she can sculpt and not make money off. She missed the money. So she don't come back. And people like, yeah. So this is, there has been people that actually was called scammers, and I don't know what their story was. And they were like, they had issues, and but when they came back, they made good on the stuff that they did. Like they got one by one, eventually either the people got their dolls, or they got their money back, or they worked something out, from my understanding, and made good. Even though they came back, they changed their name because sometimes you don't want that same stigma sticking to them. But she came back. They came back and they did the right thing. My problem is that, first of all, you're still not owning up to what you like. I'm sorry for what I did, but I did it because the devil made me do it. Girl, listen, we all done been through some stuff. Child, listen, I couldn't go live last week because my lights was off. Let me stop lying. Y'all love that rumor. But but you don't go to taking people, money and stuff like that. um so they was like, y'all don't know what she had to go through to get out of Greece and all this and stuff. Baby, I don't care, she had to crawl out of mud. The problem is, I was kind of like, I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of on the fence when I seen her back. I'm like, oh, ooh, because I liked her work. But then when I went to her account, I was like, so ma'am, you ain't learned your lesson because you still not sending people that stuff. The lady said she just asked for a refund just now, and then another lady got something and it was a boo-boo, and she did refund her. But it's just, I don't know about this other lady if she got her refund yet. But here's the thing, you're doing the same pattern and behavior. So how are we gonna trust you if you starting off at the wrong feet? If you just coming back in the community, you should be Johnny on the spot. Now things are gonna happen, you know, um, you know, sometimes mail is delayed, stuff like that. We all are human, we all do things, we all make mistakes. But you gonna come back a second time and people waiting 5 months. And then I seen in the comments where she was like, yeah, it got sent back, but I sent it back out. So it took you 5 months to figure that out. Come on, man. We can't do this with you. You ain't got that. Listen, you ain't no cat. You don't got 9 lives. But I don't know, because this community, baby, it depends on who you is and how light you is, how many chances you get. But I mean, somebody had to say it. But hey, I don't see how people, is going to defend this one here on this. And here's my thing. This is my perspective as a collector and as an artist. I will not paint any of her kids as much as I love them. I used to. I don't know what she's doing now. Um, I will not. I will not. I will not. I don't care if it's sold third party. I'm not painting it. I'm not, and I feel bad because there's several people she's, you know, working with business companies, and one person that I just you know found out about, they have gotten tied in this stuff and got money tied up in it, and I feel bad for them. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't try to sell it and make their money back. But for me, I will not support it. Third party, fourth party, fifth party. And I'll tell you why. Because I'm not going to take a loss. I'm not going to take a loss, because what's going to happen is when you buy those kits, it's going to be so many people protesting it and so much stigma behind it that it's going to be hard for you to make your money as an artist. And as a collector, I might buy something, but y'all know me. I like to sell my kits. My babies over time. And I'm not going to be stuck not being able to sell anything because of the bad blood behind it, the history behind it. Um, Right. And that's I didn't call your name, but you knew I was talking about your situation where um you made good on everything. So, you know, that type of stuff, it's rare that somebody actually go and make good on it, but I, you know, I haven't heard anybody been able to prove that you didn't make good on it afterwards. But again, back to, this situation at hand, it's just, you know, okay. And then let's just say that for let's just play the devil advocate right here. She was afraid of her um she was afraid of, let's say she was afraid of her I lost my train of thought. Let's say she was afraid of coming back with her regular name because of the history behind it, and she needed money because this is one of the main ways she can make money. Now, from somewhere I read somewhere that she's a nurse or something like that, so she should have a job and stuff like that in healthcare. So if she, but um, okay, basically Tina Kewy came back and changed her name. Pooh Bear changed her name to Lucy Alalalani or something like that. And she made a YouTube video and basically, saying why she, had to run off and take off with everybody money and never produce, send them the sculpts that she was supposed to finish and stuff like that. So anyway, but let's just say that she decided to do that. Let's just say that she needed to build a fake profile. So, hey guys, I'm new to this community. I'm not new to sculpting, but I'm coming back new. I want a fresh start, blah, 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 blah. She could have left it brief to go into elaborate details of all this, the story of the death of the daughter-in-law and all that stuff. You really took your time, ma'am. Like, who you don't like you really slipped into that moment. That to me makes me a little leery because how can you make up such thing? Like, why did you need to, why did that, your personal life, like, we don't know half of the stuff. Like, the only reason we know like how many kids Laura Lee will have, because sometimes, well, we know, I don't know how many kids she got. I know she got grandkids because she'll make the sculpts of the grandbabies, but we don't know these people personal life. So we didn't need to know that. We didn't need to know that story. That was an unnecessary lie. So when people lie unnecessarily, child, y'all know I know some men like that. But listen, we'll stay on the dolls. We're gonna stay on the dolls. But just when you just lie unnecessarily, I can't stand somebody that volunteer lie to me. Listen, if you lie to me because you felt like you had to, I might kind of understand it. But the fact that when I ain't asked you for this lie, and you volunteer a lie like that was just unnecessary. You just here making all up stuff. Then they say this is the third name that she has used, and I think they said the second name is actually what's on her ID badge. So, I don't know. Like I say, people, it's one thing you can have a nursery name, this and that. It's just that when you recreate yourself to scam people or to allegedly um mislead people and stuff like that's a whole nother subject. So I don't know. I just feel bad that it have to be like that because like I said, she just have such great um talent and artists, a lot of artists out here just get so much, it's so much pressure being an artist and sculptors, and they have to go through so much. And especially nowadays the sculptors, like who's sculpting what and all this and stuff, and it's just like it's really, you know, you want to find the good in people, but I can't find the good in it when it's gonna cost me my money. You know what I mean? Um, it's just like I seen, like, when the other artists came up, resurfaced. Sometimes I see them and I'm like, because their paint style, and especially when it was really popular, and it's like I tried to let it slide, but then I was like, no, you can't be over here liking and commenting my stuff. So I just blocked them off of my Instagram and stuff. I'm sorry, boo, if you're watching, but I did. I had to block you because I don't want people to think, oh, she associating with her, so she gotta be good people. Because I feel like, you know, what is it? BTS newbie paint or something like that, or whatever, used to be Colorful Creations. um when and then she doing prototypes, and we still ain't heard what happened. Why did you disappear? People was missing their prototypes. It was missing dolls, missing money. It was a whole page about it. It was people, Bonnie Brown used her as her last to paint her last prototype. So what are we doing as a community? Lord, y'all finna cancel me now. I shouldn't have got on that topic. But here's the thing: there was a huge post and dialogue on all this stuff for all the people saying they was doing a whole investigation on her. They was talking about how that wasn't her first time doing it and all that. So I always, in my mind, I'm cringing and thinking, at what point would these people disappear again with thousands of dollars of other people's money? It start off good. They come in, they suck everybody in, whoosh. They have all this talent. And my thing is, I'm like, baby, when you that good and people willing to pay, I mean, like, that artist, people was paying 4 and 5. This was back before, now everybody pay big dollars for reborns. But back then, it was a big deal. She was up there with Brooke Nicole, like, getting $4,000, $5,000 for a reborn. Why did you need? Why? What's the point? What, baby? You getting the money? What do you need to steal for? Just don't follow through. Okay, life happens. Something happened. You know, say that. Then make good at it, but then come clean with it. Like, don't. If you come to me and say, okay, yeah, I did this because my whole life was falling apart. I got overwhelmed. I shut down. I was depressed. I was on medication. I just, just so much was going on. It's like, I get that. I'm sorry I didn't fulfill my commitment, but look, I owe this person a dollar. I owe this person a dollar, and that person a dollar, that person a dollar. You know what? I made good on this, and this. Then everybody that know who you is, that's sitting here talking about it behind the scenes, because I ain't the only person talking about it behind the scenes, but some of the new people that's new out here, no one knows exactly. Exactly. No one knows that the history, and people thrive. They also thrive on they also thrive on new people. New people. So many people don't know nothing about no Kewy babies. You think they know about that? They don't know that. They don't know nothing about that. You think people know about colorful craze? Color for who? Color who? Color me bad? Color me what? So when they say BTS newbie, it's like, I'm a newbie, and I'm like, she ain't new. Like, it's like people don't know. So everybody jumping on it. They like, boom, 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 because we don't know. Like I said, none of us is perfect. We all done some things that we ain't proud of. We all done made some mistakes. A lot of people don't try to, you know, I don't think, like, most people say, some people don't wake up in the morning and say, I want to be a bad person. Some people wake up and say, who the hell I'm finna get this morning? Some people do say that while y'all sleeping on it. Some people do. But here's the thing. I'm not saying that I'm, God knows I am not on here to say I'm on no high horse. I'm better than anybody. Nothing like that. I'm just saying that this is how this community rolls sometimes. And like I say, I was just shocked because, to be honest, like I said, I promise y'all, I lived me some Tina Kewy. Okay. 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 I had a couple of her sculpts. And when I found out the first time, I was crushed. But again, I came in new, fresh eyes. I don't know the story behind stuff. I don't know the history. I ain't in the forums like that, at the time. So, for me, it was just about hey, I like this sculpt. It's nice. It's a legitimate sculpt. And in fact, back then it wasn't as much talking about, sculpts being copied and stuff like that. So, that's that was the thing. Um so the new people, they just don't know. Now, here's the thing. It ain't my business. As long as I know, and I know not to buy from them, I could keep it to myself. Um, do I want to see artists and sculptors struggle? No. Because like I said before, whenever we gloat over somebody else mishaps and stuff like that, we got to be careful because it can happen to us. I didn't make this video to gloat over it. I made this video because it's a shock, and also because a lot of people are not aware. And I seen some, pretty known, artists painting her dolls. And that's okay. Maybe they're okay with it. Maybe they will be okay with it. But when we out here chasing these kids and you be done spent your money, and I don't know about y'all, but I don't make a lot of money. And I got 5 kids. I got 5 kids, 2 houses, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, that I have to maintain. When I work, listen, to buy one doll, I ain't even gonna get into my financial statement. But y'all be like, who she is, Houdini, how she do it with that little bit of money. And but it takes me a while to come up with let's say $1,000. It ain't nothing that's just gonna roll off my back. You see what I'm saying? Because so you work that hard and then you give your money to somebody, you expecting something. And this is where we mess up. You wait and you wait and you wait and you wait. And these are people, newer people that you've never done business with before, and you wait and you wait. Your PayPal time runs out. You can't file no claim. Now I'm hearing there are certain times your chargeback's not working. So if nobody talks about it, you don't know, and it's so many people are just gonna keep losing money. Now, some people will say, well, she shouldn't have never brought it up. Let me tell you something. It's a lot of stuff I shouldn't say, child. But honey, when I tell you some of these people finna be mad, because I'm sure it's more people than the people that's speaking up about it. They have sent money and sitting and waiting, and it's been months, and they've been wondering why they ain't got it. And they might not get it. Some might get it and some might. But I'm trying to figure out why haven't she been producing the stuff? I don't understand that. Now the other artists, I haven't heard of her not sending anybody their babies so far. I've heard that they've actually been getting their babies. But again, this is what people do. I had one collector friend, and I'm not gonna say her name, of course, but she had been scammed by this artist before. And this was a popular artist that does this regularly too. Goes out, come back, goes out. And she had been scammed by her, but she was like, her work is just so good. I took the risk because she had came back. So she took a risk again, and she was like, she didn't get one baby, but then she got another one. And then she was like, and I just don't know if she come back again, I might take the chance again because I love her work so much. And sometimes she send it and sometimes she don't. Come here, girl. Your mama ain't never told. I the shake-up. Oh my gosh, I laughed so hard at that. I could not believe, girl. So you go, so you telling me you spending thousands of dollars at a time talking about I might get it, I might not. This is the reality, baby. This the heartbeat of this community is right here. Every decision that most of us collectors make, it starts right here. And these people know that and they weigh on it. They weigh on it. They weigh on it. There's times where I have to separate my feelings, my personal from business. Listen, I am always about my business. I can be compassionate, I can be understanding. I know that um well, don't piss on yourself, baby. She said, don't mind her. She just looking for the bathroom. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but I don't want you to wet your pants, child. Listen, you better find it unless you got on a pull up. But anyway, um, I don't know. I'm just I I don't know. I think people really prey on the fact that we be doing anything to get these babies. Like, I understand, I've had artists, you know, go through situations and they have to take time, and they're under stress or pressure, so I need to wait. So I mean, there's been times where I've even said, listen, baby, just put mine to the back end, because I don't want your stress work, because I know how it work, baby. Listen, don't give me the ugly one. You go ahead and get everybody else that's pressuring, and you go thank you, baby. And you go ahead and you go ahead and get your babies out. Hold mine till you get calm, and then paint mine. And I've done that. I've waited a year just so. Now, I don't recommend that, and I wouldn't do it again in these days and times, especially not with this whole, you know, I wouldn't do it, baby. Listen, honey, because you just don't know. And um not being insensitive, but you just don't know. And I just wouldn't take that time. I'm just not gonna wait all this long time. But I have in the past, I ain't gonna lie, say I have never done it. And like I said, sometimes, people have a whole reputation out here. They've been around for a while, but so has she been. But I don't know how her business history. Apparently, she's never been on the up and up. Couldn't have been, because I don't know. I can't speak that far back, because I wasn't that far back in the time. When I came, everything hadn't already happened and hit the fan. But I just, that's why I tell people, like, you know, don't get me wrong. I pay people friends and family. I tell y'all that all the time. Don't pay these people friends and family. They ain't your friends. They ain't your family. But I have done it. And there are certain artists that I deal with that I still do it. I ain't gonna lie, sometimes. But not no more. I just not no more. But y'all gotta be careful out here. And I know it's hard, because people not gonna tell you the truth, because just like I made this video and talked about it, there are some things that I said in this video, I'm sure people are gonna be mad at me about it. And that's why people, when you come to people and be like, well, how was so and so or whatever, they be like, well, I got my baby. Well, she was all right, but she was too small or she was too big. They're not gonna tell you the full story. So it's hard for people that's new, because you don't really know. Or I had to cancel my order or whatever. Or some people just not gonna respond, because they don't want the backlash of the community. And just like Birdie Baby say, a lot of people, they really, really in this community thrive on sickness and poverty and all that. I mean, here I am telling y'all, I got 5 kids, baby. Y'all want to support me? No, just kidding. But yeah, I mean, people do. They come up with all these long stories. If you go down her timeline right now, it's a lot of, I gotta go to court. This is happening. I'm gonna be offline for this. Let me tell you something. There was a sculptor that I bought my first partial silicone from. I ain't gonna say her last name, but I'm gonna say her first. Amy. When she started posting about her son needing new pants and oh my gosh, she don't know what she gonna eat and all this and stuff. When they start doing stuff like that, I used to call it back in the day. I don't know if some of y'all that used to follow me a long time ago, I used to be like, oh, she a flight risk. That's what I used to call them. Because when you start giving the pole mouth every time I turn around and you asking for this and go fund me here and can I get this and can I get it? You a flight risk. I call them flight risk because there's a chance that one day I'm gonna send you my money and you ain't gonna send me what I paid for. I always take that as a warning sign. Somebody that's always posting their hardship and never a happy harmony moment in their life, bad don't last forever. Good don't last forever, but bad don't last forever. You know, People go through stuff all the time. I'm sitting right here, right the day, living proof. I got some stuff going on in my life right now that's got me shooketh. Okay. But I'm not gonna sit here and be like, y'all, oh Lord Jesus, blah, 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 blah. Not saying that there are times where you do feel like you need to put it out there and get it out there because I never want anybody to be on edge and they need somebody to talk to and they don't want to talk about it. But I'm talking about these people that's manipulating and using this as an excuse to get over on people. It's just too much. I watched a video in the YouTube community. This lady did a GoFundMe or something like that. And she was like, I didn't want y'all to feel bad for me. I feel sorry because I got a lot of hate mail saying that I put up a GoFundMe and then I got my doll, but I didn't spend none of that money on my doll and all this and stuff. And she got box opening after box opening after box opening after box opening. But I'm like, but I just thought it was something I needed to help somebody in our family or something like, and I'm just like I'm saying to myself, like, you needed help, but you wasn't going to sacrifice your doll money, but you was going to ask the community to sacrifice theirs for your family. Like some of that stuff just is unnecessary. But that's what the community do. Let me shut up before I put my foot in my mouth further than I need to. But yeah, I ain't gonna say no more. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Um, there has been times where the community have pulled together and it's been a beautiful thing, where some people have actually really needed the community help. And there are people that don't normally ask for handouts or anything like that. And I definitely don't mind contributing to that kind of stuff. But this whole situation, going back to this whole Kewy debacle, my stand on it right now is that she didn't take no money from me, so I don't have to forgive her for nothing because she ain't did nothing to me as far as my money. But I'm not going to support, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not buying. I don't care, a Lucy kit, a Kewy kit, whatever you want to name it. Some people were suggesting that they take her name off completely and change the name of it. I'm not supporting it because here's the thing. This is my other thing, and I'm gonna go a little deeper. Exactly. This is where I'm gonna go a little bit deeper for you guys. This is my take on it. When we support, I understand people need to recoup their money, and I'm not trying to hinder them from that. This is just my opinion. So let's say, okay, Sally, you done invested in producing this kit from them because you didn't know who she was, allegedly. And now you got all this money invested. And now you got all this money invested. And now you thinking you should just change the name or take their name off of it and sell it so that you can recoup your money. Here's what's going to happen. She's a talented sculptor. So if she can continue to sell off her sculpts and still make money, all she gonna do is go behind the scenes and just be selling off her sculpts to other people, which who's to say she haven't been doing anyway from the get-go. And sculpting for people instead of benefiting off the community, then we might as well just embrace her openly and publicly. Because why is we covering for her to still be able to make money? Because surely she got paid for those sculpts. Surely she didn't do it out the kindness of her heart. Exactly. And that is, just like Jazz said, old habits die hard. Artists that scam real hard always end up coming back and always end up scamming again. It has happened so many times. Um, because if you keep making it okay, you know, it well, people still was buying her kits, but then people don't buy them that much, and I'm sure they still got a stock of them, and they trying to let them, get them gone. But yeah, that's why the kits are fairly low. The old kits, like it's a girl, it's a boy, all that stuff. She's a who and he's a who or whatever it is. But I just feel like it's still in some way. Am I wrong? Can y'all tell me y'all take on that? You don't have to agree with me, but tell me, am I wrong to think that if she keep having her kits produced by other people, is that still some way supporting her in her behaviors? I think it is. I think it's an enabler. I think that that's just a way to go around. It's like a loophole in the game. Well, I don't care if I can't sell another. You think she care about selling another $800 kit when she gonna make $20,000 off of selling her sculpt? She doesn't sell them back door. Everybody that can't really sculpt just come to her and say, "Make me a sculpt." That's just my take on it. And surely there are some people that saying, "No, let's not let her back in," because they feel threatened by her work. To be honest, I don't see where she's really um y'all don't hate me for this, but I don't see where she's really improved, or unless she was just trying to dumb down her work to look like she was new, and then she was gonna break out with something different. Because now we fast forward a whole 7-8 years now, and the sculpts still look the same as the other ones. We got some sculptors out here doing some real things now with these sculpts now. And so I don't see where the sculpt is too much different from all the other ones that she did. They kind of, but like I say, once again, she's talented. We ain't gonna take that from her. But yeah, if you are, so there's always been this thing about that. I don't think the word is, allegedly she doesn't get paid off of them anymore because she owed them, and they was able to get all the rights to her sculpt, so she doesn't make money off of them anymore. um that's what allegedly. But there's other people that's been producing her work in silicone and stuff like that over the years and stuff like that, and I don't sometimes I think they might have gotten paid up front. So all past kids, I'm not really, I'm not really focusing on that as much. But as I am the new stuff, but I do feel bad that the people have invested their money. But sometimes I kind of look a little crazy, because when I looked at her work, all I seen was Kewy. I don't see how somebody that's been in here longer than me could not see Kewy in it. Maybe they got excited and thought, "Hey, this person like Kewy," and they, of course, we be drawn to it and be so happy. We don't want to see. A lot of times, and that happens a lot in the community. We don't want to see it, so we turn a blind eye to it unconsciously. But maybe Um, so like I say, I don't know how much money they got invested in it, but if it's a couple, I'm pretty sure they probably already in a thousands deep, probably, maybe. I don't know, because I don't know what it's costing them. But that's what I said too. That's what I told them earlier, Jazz. I was like, when I seen, I said, "Oh, that's just another somebody." They was like, "Who is this new Lucy person?" I was like, "Oh, just look like another one of those old Kewy copycats." That's what I said, and just kept it moving. And I wasn't even interested. The reason why I wasn't interested in Kit, because I was mad, because I was like, they copying this lady work, and I ain't gonna lie, I'll be honest. I said they copying this lady work, and she dead. Cause that was rumors that she was dead, and or she was in jail. So I said, "Oh Lord," I said, "That lady probably having a fit. She can't come back and do nothing." So it makes you start wondering, like, how many other people that work that I, seen that I thought looked like, it's another person that does kits that look like her, and I'm like, you popped up out of nowhere. I don't know who you is. But again, like I said, yeah. So it is just, my thing is supporting, and and I ain't gonna keep saying the same thing over and over, and I'm gonna lead this at that. I just feel like we're supporting when you. I'm not telling people not to buy from people when they do, if they do decide to move forward. They were asking the community what they think they should do, and I think that's a way of saying, will you guys buy from me if I go ahead with this? Because I want to produce it, but I want to know if y'all gonna buy it. Um, I am, for one, not gonna buy it. I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not gonna paint it. I don't care how nice it is. I'll move on to something else, because I just feel like I'm not gonna be the one stuck. Like, I'm trying to help you, and then and then I'm gonna get stuck because nobody's not gonna want to buy it. I mean, it's not like it's not her work. Like, it's not like she's copying somebody else's work. She is a true sculptor, but because it's so many people in uproar, and they have been for years, about her work, I just can't do it as, a painter. I can't paint it and then people hate me for supporting her work. That's the thing too. It's like, it's just not a win. It's a lose-lose situation no matter what. Like somebody said, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. So I don't know what they're gonna do. Is they damned if they don't, because they're gonna lose money that they've already invested. They damned if they do, because they're gonna still lose money, because a lot of people are not gonna paint them. They're gonna boycott it. They're gonna talk about the kids. They're gonna shame the people when the collectors get it. You got the, you know, and you know how some of y'all be in y'all feelings, and y'all be mad because nobody ain't liking them sculpts. Sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna just say it because somebody gotta say it. Sometimes I ain't gonna, let me see how I can say it nicely. Sometimes it's not a favorable kit, and people be sensitive about it. So just imagine you one of them people that love likes, and you go and buy this nice kit and get it beautifully painted, and nobody want to celebrate with you because this person have stole from the community, and they don't want to do that. It just puts everybody in a hard place, and it sucks, especially when collectors come in and they don't know nothing about the whole thing. Like me, I was all in bliss, all by myself, celebrating all by myself with my little cool baby, and I'm just like, dang, what's wrong with them? I'm like, this artist did a slam job. Yeah, it's crazy. Yes. Um so yeah, her new name is Lucy Alonkalonka or something. But that's y'all know I can't say no names right. But yeah, it's exactly. It's too many other um it's too many other fabulous sculptors out here to just be caught up in that. So my answer publicly, I'm just saying it to everybody respectfully, is if I could stomach the loss of not producing it, I wouldn't put my reputation on the line for hers, and I would just call it a day. But that's just me. Um yeah. And yeah, and then like as far as with the artists, a lot of people didn't know that, and they still don't know that. They don't, a lot of people still don't know. I was my jaws just dropped um when I seen them doing prototypes. I'm like, wow. So here's what we do. You come in a community, you build a reputation, you make a lot of money, you disappear for a year or two or more under that name. You come back and you start all over again. So you don't have to make up for all the thousands of dollars that you took from people. And boom, you get noticed, this great talent. And it kind of makes me question too, because you know how many people, how many artists out here that are begging for prototypes? Begging. Good work, doing good, begging to do prototypes. And out of all those people, that's what you decide to do. It was kind of like I was wondering in myself, like, did Bonnie know? And I'm not saying that she did, but I'm just like, I was kind of questioning, like, did she even know who she really was? But then when she put her name, I'm like her actual name instead of her nursery name, I was like, oh, I wonder did she know? Because it kind of bothered me a little bit, because I was like, you have been ripped off so much with your sculpts, and then you use someone that have ripped people off from their dolls. It just hit differently, like kind of cringe. I was like, oh, but then like I say, we be thinking in our head that people know these things and they don't. Especially since she probably don't wasn't really following maybe her work like that anyway, because she primarily painted black dolls. And I don't know if Bonnie did a lot of black prototypes back in the day. Maybe she did. Did Kate Charles? I think Kate Charles did her twin B. Maybe back then, twin A and twin B did prototypes for her or something like that. But I don't know if Bonnie Brown had a lot of. I guess she did. I don't know. But anyway, nevertheless, you know, that is all I got for you guys today. Wish me well in this backlash that's about to come at me. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. I tried to be as nice as possible. I really wasn't trying to bash anybody, but I just feel like this is crazy, because I just cannot believe, and I will say this is a little me just being me as a human. I am glad to know that she is alive though. Um, but I don't want to give her my money. But I am glad to know that she is alive. Honestly, because I really thought she was dead. So that is it. Anybody else got anything else? Any questions? Any other things going out that y'all in y'all feelings about? Um, because I'm about to go. I promised Gabby that we would go walking. So I'm about to mm, so I'm about to go walking with Gabby for a little bit. I gotta go put on some clothes. I hadn't got my little shower and put on my nighties for the end of the day. And Gabby wants to go for a walk, child. She be trying to hold me to this whole exercise thing. So I'm a I'm gonna go. Thanks guys for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I'm gonna try to leave it up for a little bit. Not sure how long it's gonna stay up. Y'all know how I do. Those who know. Y'all can spread the word like y'all do everything else with y'all gossip, with your gossiping Lola and stuff. But y'all have a good day, and maybe y'all will see me live on Facebook. Maybe I'll do our walk live, but I don't know. All right. Night night.